So reasonable. All right. Welcome to the Bread and the Hope Show. What's going on, people? It's your boy Bread. What's going on? Hope will be here in a hot minute. And Happy New Year from the Bread and Hope Show. I know his New Year was last week, but this is our first show of the year. What's up? Crank it up. Hey. All right. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about. Oh, man. Hope that everybody had just happy holidays. We haven't seen you guys in about 3 weeks. We miss everybody. We missed the show. We miss everybody else. But we hope that you guys have had a really Merry Christmas. You got everything you wish for and hope for and time with the family. And a Happy New Year. Another year is here. All blessed to see another day. Don't take that for granted. So happy. All right. Yeah. Last part. 3, 2. There it is. Yep. We are here. We got so much to talk about. There's a lot going on in sports, especially here in Atlanta. A lot going on in Atlanta. It's just the winds of change in Atlanta sports. That's the title of the show. That's what Hover. Are you here?
Yo.
Oh, yes, we got it.
Can you hear me?
Got it. Yes, sir. We hear you loud and clear.
All right.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
To all the listeners out there, Happy New Year, man. This is gonna be another awesome year, man. Man, it's a whole lot of stuff don't happen, but we're gonna get all into that.
We're gonna get into the mix. So we ain't gonna mess around with y'all. We're gonna come on in. Like I said, Happy New Year to everybody. We got a lot. We got a Hawks talk. A lot of Hawks talk we're gonna talk about tonight. Been playing on it, but it is what it is. So we're gonna dive into some of that. A lot of football this weekend. A lot of football starting tomorrow. So we're gonna dive into some college playoff football. It is here. It is right up on us. It was some games last week. But we are here. We are down to the Final Four. And it is Wildcard Weekend in the NFL. And that's something already. Where did the season go? It seems like it just passed by so fast. But at any rate, thank you for joining the Bread and the Hover Show. We ain't doing this thing. How many years, Hover?
Man, I'm gonna say over 10 years. Over 10 years.
Yeah. Wow, my goodness, man. Where does the time go?
Yeah, definitely over 10 years.
10 years, yeah. So happy to be here. Different platforms, but we are still here. And so if there are new ears and eyes to the show, welcome. And we are based in Atlanta, Georgia. We talk about sports primarily in the state of Georgia, in and around the Atlanta area. We support the home teams around here. But wherever you are from, please feel free to join the show. Be part of the show, listen in, be part of the show. We bring you in, and you can speak on it. All right? Join the Bread and the Whole Show and speak on it. Hover, what you got, brother? Hover.
Sorry about that, Brad. I was on mute, man. Sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah. I
Yeah, I
was
was
like,
steady
man,
talking.
yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, man. Yeah. So, want to thank all the new listeners out there joining the show tonight. As always, want to go ahead and give some shout outs real quick. Shout out to the Dirty Bird Nation, the
Yo.
NFC South fans, Falcons first
Yeah.
and 10, Enhanced Sports Show. Lou's in the house. Lou will be joining us later on in the show.
Lou.
Mo Brown sticking the sensation drum line and the Atlanta old school drummers.
Yes, sir. We had a
Also, you can visit our website. Well, first of all, you can check out the Facebook group, Bread and Hover Show Facebook group. We post all kind of content, different things like that. You can check it out. Also, you can visit our website, www.sportsandbrews.com, where you can get real live sports content as well as beer content. Yeah.
Yes, sir. There it is. That's my best EO Sky impression. So you WWE fans know what that is. So best I could do. That's where she started. She started right here, and then now it's just all over the place. But neither here or there. Happy New Year again. Be the last time we'll say that. So real quick, Homer, did you make a new resolution or any goals for the year, or you just winging it?
I'm winging it, man. Yeah, I'm winging it. How about you? What did you make any?
I always try to be goal oriented, some kind of way to have something to shoot for.
Hmm.
Yeah, I vowed to read more. So there's some books that I have, and so I just want to finish a book.
Oh,
That's it.
okay, all right.
At least a book.
Yeah,
Because I partially read a lot of books, and so I just want to hunker down and just finish one of the ones that I've started, and maybe two. Stay in the gym. I've been in the gym before New Year, so I just want to stay consistent. So that was the whole trick, is to get into the gym before New Year's, which I
right,
did.
right.
And so all I'm trying to do now is just stay consistent
Gotcha.
and have fun, enjoy life. That's it. Enjoy it to
Yeah,
the
man.
fullest.
Hey, man, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking
Look,
about.
man, let's talk about this Trae Young thing, man. So look, we every year around about this time, it's always talks about Trae Young leaving Atlanta, his contract. And look, man, these rumors, most of the time, these rumors start from places that actually want him.
Hmm.
Philadelphia, I think it came out that the 76ers were after him about a year ago, and they put some rumors out there from the press or somebody from a blog or whatever, and those kinds of things. But Hover, I think Crying Wolf is over. I think this might be it. So, so I think I think I think it might be it this time, brother. I think Trae may be gone, man. So
Yeah. We talked about it, Brad, on one of the shows where we felt like when Trey comes back, how is he's going to fit in with the team? Because actually, the team has been playing pretty well,
mm-hmm.
and I I just don't see. I think it goes back to what we talked about. I don't think with what the direction where the team is trying to go. I don't see where Trey is he's fitting into that. You know what I'm saying? The chemistry. I guess that's more or less where I'm getting at.
Yeah, and the way I see it is, how is it that he's one, technically and statistically, one of the best players, second best players that the Hawks have ever had.
Hmm.
He's one of the top five, top three in assists,
Yeah.
top 10 in points, year after year after year, but the team is still not progressing. I think a lot of that prior to the current GM, I just don't think we did the best job. and building around him early on. I mean, DeJounte Murray was a disaster, and that was a bad move. That wasn't Trae's fault, but you got two ball dominant guards back there. That was Trae. You know, nobody, but couldn't make that work. And then you bring in Quinn Snyder, which, in my opinion, I think that's the real culprit here. Nobody's talking about Quinn Snyder. It's Quinn's job to make sure that when you got talent like that, to make it work. Because now you got, Jalen Johnson, and you got Nall, you got a couple other players. Porzingis is here. And so, okay, you at least on paper, it looks like it should work. But why is it not working? Team's not playing defense. Even without Trae, they're not playing great defense.
Right.
And so, to me, that's a huge reflection on Quinn Snyder, to where he always falls short. And so I think, if you're going to win any team, you're going to play a level of NBA defense to be competitive. And so that's what the Hawks are just kind of not doing well. I think that I will say that when Trae is in the lineup, the defense of productivity goes down. And it's not just because he's 6'2" or 6'1" or whatever, or 6'2", but it's because that's just he hasn't perfected. How can I put it? A kind of a Steph, at least a Steph Curry kind of, I'm gonna get in your way, play the passing lanes, kind of because Steph Curry's not the greatest defensive player in the world either.
Right.
But he's not really putting himself in position to really excel in that. And I think that but it's kind of hard to do when they put big guards on you. So when they put a big lineup in there, and then the guard is like 6'5", kind of hard for him to kind of defend. But he's been hanging in there. But neither here or there. I think that it's the end of the road, Trae, with this new GM that's in here. I think the coach is going to follow. I don't think Quinn Snyder's that great. I think we need a more defensive-minded coach here in Atlanta. And once we put this thing together with this new GM, I think you're going to see a different kind of team in Atlanta and a different kind of product. The rumors is that Trae may be going to Washington Wizards, is what I'm hearing. Or at least that's who his camp is talking to.
Yeah, that's the talk right now. As far as his camp, they're interested in maybe doing a trade with the Wizards. But yeah, that's kind of the talk as far as what's been put out in the media.
Yeah, I think a trade between him and I think possibility to get CJ McCollum and and a pick or two or something like that in the mix. I'm not accepting anything less than a first round pick from the Wizards. I don't see how that works without that. I just don't see how it works without it. So
no, I don't see how it either.
Yeah. So you just really gotta have you just really gotta have the right mix, the right chemistry, the right coaching, the right vision. And these guys actually gotta. I mean, when you talk about defense, man, that's effort. It's 90% effort. There's some skills you can learn, but it's effort. Either I'm going to do it or I'm not. Either I'm going to want to get this rebound, or I'm just going to let this guy outwork me.
Right.
So they've been letting a lot of guys outwork them, particularly late in the games. That's the Hawks' biggest problem is fourth quarter. So if they can clean this thing up, that'll be great. But the big news here is I think Trae is going before it's like he's open to it. Yesterday and today it was just kind of like it keeps progressing forward. Now he's like, well, he's only talking to the Wizards, and they're just trying to finalize something. So maybe tomorrow or by Friday we'll get a final word in terms of what this thing's gonna look like. So I hate it. I followed Trae from Oklahoma. I kind of like the guy. I like his game a little bit. And just hate that it's not able to work out. And neither one of the picks. Everybody said, well, he should have gotten Luka. Well, Luka's not in Dallas either.
Yeah.
He's not in Dallas, and he had to rededicate himself to the game. Hell, if you came to Atlanta, man, we've been calling him Lemon Pepper Luka. So
hey man, there you go, man. Lemon Pepper Luka. Okay, I don't hurt it all, bro. You sure you ain't got nothing on the rocks? Oh man.
I ain't got nothing on the rock, brother.
All right.
Nothing on the
But,
rocks. Nothing on the rocks.
but yeah, man.
But at any rate, we'll see what happens to Trae. But keep in mind also that the Hawks have the Pelicans' first pick whenever that may come. So they get their first round pick in a deal. And so Hawks gonna have some picks, some first round picks. And the thing about it, and we'll talk about it in the show later on in the season.
Yeah.
But there's some pretty good players on the college level that will be graduating and coming out. So your top 10 should be pretty thick this year in college. Should be pretty good, pretty solid top 10. So we don't want to hear the stuff about, well, yeah, Hawks got to the number whatever pick, but this is the worst draft that happened in NBA history. That's what everybody said with Ricochet. Worst draft in history. And so it's always some weird stuff when Atlanta gets a good draft pick, 1, 3, 5, whatever. It's always just stuff. So we'll see what happens this year, how it falls out. But good luck to Trae. Just hate that it wasn't able to make it work out in Atlanta. Look, man, let's flip to college real quick, man. And we can be, this is football heavy, real quick, man. And if you notice, all the teams that lost, you think about Ohio State, Georgia. I think Texas Tech, all these teams that had a bye, all with the exception of Indiana, lost. 75%, 3 out of 4 of the teams they got a bye, lost again. I think all of them lost last year.
Yeah.
So at least Indiana was able to pull a victory out. What say you, man? What's going on with that? Should that be tweaked or something? Is it something? Because when it happens twice in a row, first time, maybe it was a fluke. Now it happened twice in a row. What's going on?
Yeah, I think the bye is. I just think having a bye, just the teams are not focused. I think somewhere along the way they, when you're consistently playing week after week, you're more mentally focused, right?
Yep.
And when you have a bye, you got time off, you're doing all kind of things. Not that you're not focused to play the game. It's just, I think it does take away from that whole mindset. You know what I'm saying? It's not that the college, the teams don't know the importance of the game, but I do think having that week to just you're not playing and you just man, I think that has something to do with it personally.
Yeah.
That's my take on it, Barry. I just think
So
that
what do? Do you get rid of the bye? Do you add teams and then just get rid of the bye, or do you continue to keep this trend of teams just not winning? Oh, they got a bye because it's like you won your conference. Oh, goody, we get a bye, and you come out the next week and you lose.
personally, I think we should get a bye. I think, well, it's kind of like maybe if I think about it this from this aspect of it, maybe you shouldn't have a bye. Maybe because of the fact that it kind of takes away from the whole, like I said, the whole mental state of beginning prepare for the game. It's a little bit different.
Exactly.
Like it's a little different in the pros. I think in the pros,
Yeah.
um, you know, everybody's salary. You know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So jobs on the line. So it's a little bit more
Yeah.
different. Whereas it's not the same like that in college.
Yeah. 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 I mean, I don't know, and I don't know. I mean, the weekend before there are home and home games, that helps. But it's on a neutral site. And so this team, the other teams are just going. And you got a team like Georgia, in particular, 2 years in a row you've lost. You've gotten by 2 years in a row. You won SEC championship. You won 3 out of 4 SEC championships, and you have nothing to show for it.
Yeah.
Win the SEC championship. It's like, well, man, do we really want to win these things or what? Or should we just, be happy with a loss or two in the regular season and just get in the playoffs and keep playing and maybe we have a better chance of winning? I don't know.
Now that this is interesting, I'm kind of curious to hear what Lou may have to say about that.
Bring him in.
Lou.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Lou.
How you doing, Lou?
All right. Yeah, I was just gonna ask because it doesn't seem to bother with the pros of the bye. So I was just thinking, how different can it be with the college because you won your conference title. I mean, you deserve a bye. Maybe the start doesn't count the same way as you just in the pros.
But why are they losing though? That's the thing.
That's the question I think nobody can answer. I mean, I don't get it. I mean, I don't see why. I mean, I don't see how that, when the college teams get by there, well, shall we say, cursed, because it seems to be that they are.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because nobody would have thought, not even me, that Ohio State was going to lose to Florida. Nobody thought that. I mean,
you got a good point. Yeah,
and we all look stupid. Well, I do now. Now, Alabama and Oklahoma, that could have went either way. I mean, I was 8-9. That was pretty much even though Bama does not deserve to be there. I mean, 3 losses. Come on, they didn't deserve it anyway. They got in though.
Yeah, they proved you right, Luke. 3 losses shouldn't have been there. And by the time they played Indiana, 38-3 or something like that? That was crazy.
Yeah.
They got what they deserved.
That was right. It's like, man, they didn't even show up.
So good.
So that was crazy. And just real quick, and I'll just go back to the Ole Miss Georgia game, and then we're gonna move on. But
great game, despite the loss.
Great game. It was a game that Georgia had a chance to win. It wasn't like it was last year.
No.
So Georgia really had an opportunity to win. They actually had the lead, and the defense couldn't hold them, and it got a field. But the thing about it, you look at a couple of the plays. I think again, Kirby's been making some questionable calls throughout the season, and I know he's had. This is the youngest team that he's had in years. So I think Georgia did good to get as far as they did, but I think there was some questionable calls from Kirby throughout the game, especially at the end, when all of the pass interference calls and you got at the goal line, and then you got to settle for a field goal. Just run the ball.
Yeah, just run the ball.
Yeah, I agree. He definitely made some questionable calls in that game that really it hurt the Bulldogs. Nowhere around it. It hurt them, especially like you said, going for that 4th down and 2 in your own. I never seen Kirby make a decision like that, Brett. I never seen him get so nervous. That's the first time I ever seen him make a call like that.
It's weird. I mean, you don't have Lane Kiffin on the other side, even though his staff is there. He's the only one missing. And really, when Lane was there, I mean, it was business as usual. He really wasn't doing a whole lot of coaching. He was just, just an administrator. So when they played Georgia, like, well, they pretty much got the same staff they had the first time. It's incredibly tough to beat a team twice, guys. A good team twice. That's why the Oregon Indiana game is going to be very intriguing, because they beat the first time around. Oregon lost that game to Indiana by 10 at home.
Mm-hmm.
So the way things usually go, or this game should be a lot closer. It should be a lot tighter. And so that's just the thing about it. But let me put a pause into that real quick. Real quick. I'm gonna go back to that, guys. Hova. The Bulldogs are losing players to the NFL, no surprise. But Zachariah Branch is the one that kind of hurts. We losing CJ Allen, we losing Zachariah Branch. Noah Thomas, we losing Kobe Young, and Dylan Bell to the league. The one that hurts the most for me is Zachariah Branch. I don't know about you, but I don't think that Georgia really utilized Zachariah Branch to his fullest potential. What say you?
Yeah, I agree with that. I don't think they they used him to his full potential. Bobo play calling, you know, it just ah,
Yeah, and I think about Todd Monken, and I think that it would have been so different. And I hate to say, I don't like playing the shoulda, woulda, coulda game, but a Todd
Yeah.
Monken coach team against Ole Miss would have won that game. Sorry, I hate it. I hate the what shoulda, woulda, coulda game, but Todd Monken didn't make those
You
types of
can't do
coaching
that.
decisions. Sorry, Todd Monken would have. We'd be playing tomorrow or Friday, whatever the game is. But
Yeah.
yeah,
not say that
yeah,
Georgia would have won the championship, but the play calling would have made more sense.
I agree with that.
Yeah. So in closing with Georgia, I'm gonna close with Georgia. We're gonna go with the CFP stuff. Um, what would you say the weaknesses, strengths, and weaknesses of the team was this past year?
I think the weakness of the team was probably I'm gonna say, which I thought would have been more of our strength. I'm gonna
Yeah.
say defense.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Correct.
Absolutely. That was
I
true.
think
Atrocious.
the defense wasn't like it's been in the past, and it wasn't bad. But it
Great.
was somewhere in between. You know, bend don't break.
But that's
But
not him doing games though.
yeah, that's true, Lou. That's
Yeah. Yep.
so I would have to say that's probably maybe our weakness. Our strength, I'm gonna say our strength really this year, I think, was the consistent play of Gunner Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
he made the difference.
Yep.
He made the difference, man. When we really needed him to come through.
Make plays.
Tennessee, like some games like Tennessee, the Tennessee game.
Yep.
Um,
The first Ole Miss game.
the first I forgot, yeah, the first Ole Miss game.
Yep.
Gunner did what he had to do, man, and he got us the win. So that's probably I'm going to say the quarterback was probably maybe our strength.
Yeah. I agree. I think I agree with you on all of those fronts. I agree with you on those front strengths and weaknesses. I would say for the outlook, I think that Kirby needs to find a way to strengthen his recruitment in the portal based on his needs. I think that Kirby is one of the best in terms of player development, as you said earlier with the defense. Defense started kind of slow as the season progressed. Defense got better to where they
Yeah,
were playing championship style defense. Made a
right.
couple of errors in the Ole Miss game, but that's because they're still young. So I think that if at least half or 2/3 of Georgia's team was sophomores and freshmen, that's a lot. And
Yeah,
so the good thing about it is that they're returning they're returning next year. So all
right,
the freshmen, the majority of the freshmen and sophomores that were starting last year, they're coming back
right,
next year.
right.
And so they will continue that growth. I would just say that I would like to see Kirby go to the portal, just like he did with the receiver room, to continue to improve with the receiver room and some other pieces that he needs on defense at cornerback and some other positions. Kirby's got to find what that is because Indiana and Miami and some other schools in the mix, I think they got a step ahead of Kirby on that. I think they're ahead of Kirby on the transfer portal, and you can see the dividends today. You
Yeah,
look at all the transfer portal guys from Miami and from Indiana, and the likes. Texas Tech is another one. Oregon has quite a few, and kids they're just not developing like they used to. Which is again we talked about before the portal. That's the thing I don't like about the portal. and I just think that it should be at least, to me, it should be at least 2 years before you can even enter into the portal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
1 year and done in the portal. Yeah. One and done. It doesn't work for me, Hope.
No,
Yeah,
not even me.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think the outlook is definitely getting better players from the portal, and maybe look at changing the offense coordinator.
Oh my God! Good luck with that, man.
I'll buy that.
Maybe looking
Good
at
luck with that.
changing the offensive coordinator, but I don't see that happening.
No. I don't. I don't see that happening. I wish, because and we're gonna talk about coaches in a few minutes. But with Harbaugh leaving Baltimore, you got Todd Monk in there. So they're gonna get another coach, or is they gonna promote him, or they get a new coach? Is he going? And like, God, Lee, I sure would like to have Todd Monk back in Georgia. But I don't think
Question on that: was Harbaugh fired, or did he walk away? Because there's a lot of controversy about that.
Well, the news said that he was fired, but I mean that could be inaccurate too.
Yeah, because I heard reports that he just walked away and wasn't really fired.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
That final game they could have won, and the whole situation never would have happened.
I just don't see.
How do you miss a short field goal like that to begin with?
Let me pause. We're gonna go back to that, Luke. We're going back because I want to talk about that game. We need to spend some time and talk about Steelers Ravens game. We got to talk. Give me 2 minutes. Give me 2 minutes, Luke. So real quick, guys, just to wrap up college football just a sec. The Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, it's gonna be Friday at 7:30. Number 5 Oregon versus number 1 Indiana. Who y'all got? Hover, who you got?
Oh man, you know what? I'm going with Indiana, man.
All right. Lou, who you got?
We're talking which game first?
Oregon versus Indiana.
Oh, Indiana. But I'll tell you this: it is going to be a close game, and one of the Oregon players though was injured, so that might also be another plus for Indiana.
Interesting.
I think it was their defensive back or whatever, one of the top players. So it could be to Indiana's advantage now.
Well, interesting. Yeah, I have Indiana by 3, so the spread is 3.5.
3.
So
Why 3.5?
3.5. Yeah, just 3.5. That's about right.
That's gonna be a close game. May come down to a field goal.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah.
Next game is tomorrow night, 7:30, the Fiesta Bowl. Miami versus Ole Miss. So is the old Miami back, or can the Ole Miss carry on? Without Lane Kiffin. Who you got, Hope?
Oh man, should be a good game. I'm gonna go with Miami and Michael Irvin with the belt.
BTA. All right, who you got in that, Lou? Miami?
Ole Miss. Ole Miss.
Woo! He's got Ole Miss. Whew. So y'all. That means I got to break the tie. I am going to roll with the U. I ain't saying that the U is back, but they going to the championship. Yeah. The line has Miami by 3 in this one. They think it's going to be a real close one against Ole Miss. I just think Miami has too much athleticism and on both sides of the line in the trenches. I think the defense is physical. They think Georgia was physical. I think Miami is more physical, just as physical, not more physical. It's Georgia. They got more pieces than Georgia on all levels of the defense. I think the offense is just going. Offense been looking kind of ugly. They've been kind of, they've been getting it done just enough to get it done. So Carson Beck gonna have to. He's gonna have to get it in because Ole Miss gonna put points on the board. So I'm going with the U. All right. Well, we'll see, fellas. All right, let's go. I'm gonna talk Falcons news, but let me roll to the Baltimore Pittsburgh game on Sunday night that Lou was alluding to. That was one of the best games that I've seen all year. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
That's got to be one of the games of the year that I've seen on the NFL. Those guys are throwing haymakers at the end, guys. What you got on that, Hope?
Yeah, man, it's definitely up there. It was a good game. A lot of surprises. It was a lot of surprises. You know, it's almost kind of like what a way to start out the year. But
you think?
But yeah,
and it's like that defense for the Ravens, man. I haven't seen it that bad in forever. It's that was a huge shock to me.
Well, not even the Ravens defense. I mean, the Steelers defense was putting the bed
too.
Yep.
That's not what we're used to seeing. Used to seeing kind of like a slobber knocker. But that was going back to what Lou said. Yeah, going back to what you said earlier, man. I saw a meme about that field goal, and it's like, if that field goal was good by Baltimore, then Harbaugh's still there, and then, but if it's wide left and wide right, he's gone. So it's like Tomlin's gone if it's good. Yeah, that's right. If it's good, Tomlin's gone, but if it's wide left or wide right, Harbaugh's gone. So I thought it was kind of a funny meme on that one. But I don't know what it is with Baltimore and kickers in big games, man. I mean, they've had different kickers, and when they finally got a good kicker in Justin Tucker, then what's the tight end for Baltimore? Anders, what's his name?
Andrews.
He got Butterfingers. He's been the most sure hand. They got it they had, and he got Butterfingers last year. And you come back, they look good. They play well enough to win the game, and the guy kicks. Oh my God, man! They're sick. I got buddies in Baltimore, man. They sick. I can't even talk to them, man. They just sick. They're sick.
Yeah, that game was just, like I said, full of surprises. Only thing I can say, man, is Harbaugh. I don't know if he was fired. I can't really see him just the fact that a rookie kicker misses the field goal to be fired. I think I just don't see it. Just don't. Right, Lou.
Go
ahead.
I think something was brewing
before
all season. Yeah, there are rumors all season about stuff. They're talking about somebody put a rumor out there that Lamar Jackson was sleeping film room or something like that with the coach or something. It's just been stuff coming out every 5 or 6 games or so. Stuff will come out in Baltimore about something, and it's been a stink about them all year, man, about stuff. And then when they started losing, Lamar got hurt. They couldn't get back on track. It was just weird this year. It just had a weird feeling. So I agree with you, Lou, and Hova. I think that it might have, like I said, it said fired, but some of them said he will not be back. And so now "will be back" can mean different things. Will not be back can mean that he walked out. His contract ran out, and neither one of them could have been mutual. They didn't want to, he didn't want to sign, and they didn't want him back. So it's just weird stuff going on there. I don't know, guys. It's
too weird.
Yeah, it's a little weird.
I don't know what's going on there, but hey, the good news in Atlanta is the Falcons sweep the Aints. Where's the applause, Hope?
Oh, yes. Yes.
You beat the Aints. You didn't just. I don't care. 19, 18, 19. I don't care. We won the game, and they did not. Tampa lost. I mean, Tampa, they out of the playoffs. So good. So all those fans that showed up at the game on Sunday, all those Saint fans that wished that money again on the ticket. Went back home sad. That makes me happy. So that was our Super Bowl. So, very good. Raheem wins 4 games in a row and gets fired. Where did you do that? Look, man. Look, and I'll make this real quick. If the Falcons win one of those games, he still got his job in the Falcons in the playoffs. If they win one of those games, like the winnable games, the Patriots game, we should have won that game. The Colts game, the first game against Tampa.
Yes.
Game, man.
he had many.
I'll tell you though, I think we got a bit of a problem.
Go ahead, Lou.
Well, because as you know, that the AFC South was, well, what can I say, a trash dump, and unfortunately, somebody had to win with Bobby Knight, a president, losing record. I mean, really, it wasn't really. It was really undeserving. Nobody in the division deserved a home field advantage. I mean, it was a playoff spot. The problem is with these 4 divisions in each conference is that you're going to get one team that is, well, pathetic. And unfortunately, the Panthers, despite the fact of an anemic record, which will be there, they won the division anyway. I think you need to, forget about 4 divisions, go back to 3 and make it more competitive because this word down stuff isn't gonna sell much longer. No one wants to see that.
Yeah. NFC South's been down for a while. And it's just this
he plays like a turd. He's a turd.
Yeah. And what makes it so even worse? I mean, at least for the Falcons, these are games. The league is set up for parity. It's not set up for you to be losing 8 straight seasons. It's not set up that way.
Right.
It's just not.
And so you go into the playoffs, like that with a record like that. I mean, what is this? The NHL? No.
Yeah. And like I said, the Falcons win one of those games, they're 9-8. 9-8 gets you in there, not 8-9.
But see, that's the thing, Brad. I mean, the coach had many opportunities to get it right. Yep. You got 18 games in a season. 18 games in a season, and you can't even win the most important games in order to, at least give the Falcons a chance to, be able to play in the playoffs.
I mean, a 17-game season, you should be able to have a winning record. We didn't even have many problems when we had only 16 games or even 14 games. Everybody had a winning record. I mean, I'm like,
that's true. Happening? That's true, Lou. You're right about that. You're right.
Yep. So Raheem Morris, the coach, Terry Fontenot, GM, both let go by the Falcons Sunday night. So Black Monday came early. It was Black Sunday for those guys here in Atlanta. And the thing that I'm most happy about is the Rich McKay move. He was reassigned again, but basically his duties for the Falcons no more. Now he's been great in terms of everything else with the stadium, the building of the stadium, and all the concessions and all the amenities in the Mercedes Stadium, the renaming of it, the Atlanta United events, the World Cup, all these, even the friendlies. He's been huge. The new soccer team, women's professional soccer team we're getting here, all of that's Rich McKay. That's what, and maybe he's just spreading himself too thin for the past couple of years. I don't know. But we're going to take that off his plate so he can focus more on some other things. We need somebody focusing on the Atlanta Falcons in that role. So he was removed as CEO and president of the Falcons.
Yeah.
And he was replaced by Greg Beadle. Now, Greg Beadle was already in the organization. What was his? You recall his title, Hova, before he got in the organization?
He
was vice president of.
Yeah, it might have been vice. I think he was vice president. Yeah.
Something weird. Yeah.
And
so it's official, guys. Hawks trade 4-time All-Star Trae Young to the Washington Wizards. Yeah. Yeah, it's official.
Like with that one, bub.
So it's
Yeah,
official. It's official.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
We got it. But just like we said, we got C.J. McCollum
Yeah.
in his place and some
Of all the
back
teams to go to, you went to the Wizards.
with the Wizards, man.
Yeah, but the Wizards suck.
So yeah. So yeah, so that's where it is. We saw that coming. It's not a big surprise. Whoop de doo. Hate
Stupid
to see
move.
him go, but hey, we'll see how well the Hawks do without him.
Yeah, well, I got news for you, Trae Young. You're not going to the playoffs this year.
No.
No, he will not. He
Nope.
will not.
That schlub
So
team.
no. So getting back to the Falcons, better news, hopefully. Matt Ryan has been rumored to come in as the president of football operations, is what they're calling it, or something, because Greg Beadle is taking Rich McKay's old job, but he will be reporting to the president of football operations for the Falcons, whatever that's a new position. And so it's rumored it will be Matt Ryan. Nothing's come through yet. The press conference is tomorrow. And so I don't know if they finalized everything yet or not, but the talk was with Matt Ryan being with CBS. What's going to happen with that gig? Will he do both, one or the other? I don't know. And maybe that's some of the particulars. If he does not take the gig, there are some other people out there that the Falcons are actively speaking to. But I think that the number one guy, Hover, is Matt Ryan. What do you think about that in these Falcons moves so far?
Yeah, man. I mean, I I like the moves. I think I just hope that we can I don't know, who knows, we can just get the right people in place and get this team going in the right direction. But I like the moves. I like the
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Lou, what do you think about it? I mean, with you being outside of Georgia and everything, I mean, anybody talking about it up there in your area, or everybody just kind of, you know,
Around this
blowing over?
area, nobody really, concentrates on the SEC. Georgia. Though we do get a few of the fans of that other team that won't be mentioned by name, of course.
No,
But
yeah.
some of them follow, that team, which I'm glad they lost.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look, man, I think that
The SEC in this part of the country doesn't get that much attention. Much.
oh well, at least about the Falcon stuff. I just think that I don't think it's a bad. I think when you're talking about restructuring, that's exactly what. When you're talking about cleaning the house, that's exactly what Arthur Blank has done. It's cleaning the house,
Yes.
and that's how you do it. You start from the top all the way down, and that's what you do. And I think part of it also, guys, that hasn't been. And I want to see who's going to be at the press conference, but I think what I've heard is that his son is going to be more involved. I forget his name, Hover, but his son is going to be the one who's going to be the next owner for the Falcons, because all the owners have to have a succession plan,
yeah.
and his son, that's part of that succession plan, would be more involved. And so I think he's going to be in that room with Matt Ryan if Matt Ryan takes that position, and we'll see how that goes. Arthur Blank's 83 years old.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, he's 83 years old.
He's an old dog.
So, yeah, hey man, he been blessed for 83 years, man. Still be here.
True.
And so he is getting ready to. These are changes, and you're talking about cultural changes. And for me, guys, for the most part, I'm trying real hard to just sit back, and then I do my analysis later on, because you can go so many places in terms of who should be the coach, who you want, who should be the GM. That stuff's too complicated. I tell you who I like. I mean, a lot of the guys, Kurt Kubiak, obviously Harbaugh, a couple of Flores, a couple of other. All those guys have better track records than Raheem. So,
Yeah.
But Raheem won 8 games 2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
And what's his name out of Cleveland? A lot of people like him down here for some strange reason. But so I look guys, I think wherever Atlanta ends up, you'll have a coach that has experience. I want a coach here who's done it before. I'm tired of bringing in coaches that are learning on the job. Arthur Smith, all these other Raheem, and all these guys that are learning on the job. I'm done. Just bring somebody in here with some experience. Just bring Harbaugh in here, man. That's just my pick, but I'll just wait to see who we have, and we'll go from there. Anything you got on that Falcon stuff, Hope?
Oh man, I'm pulling for Harbaugh, man.
Yeah.
I mean, out of the coaches that are out there, I mean,
quick.
I hope we can get them.
Me too. Quick question, guys. Out of all the vacancies, who's the most attractive out of the Raiders, the Cardinals, the Jets, the Titans, the Giants, the Falcons, and the Ravens? Lou.
Something here. I'm gonna go with the Giants. Actually, I think they got something to build on. So I'm gonna go with the Giants. Not saying because they represent my home state, but I just think they have. I know it's weird.
You picked them over the Jets, man. That's saying a lot. So, what you think, Hover?
Oh man, I think out of the list, I gotta go with the Falcons, man. Even though I'm not being a homer, I think the Falcons maybe.
Man, you're such a homer, brother. You just a homer every time. We just a homer, man.
I know, man. I know, man. I know.
Look, man. I'm stuck between teams. I want to say the Giants and the Ravens and the Falcons. Those three kind of stick out to me. But you got to look at the quarterbacks. Y'all come down to quarterbacks. So if it comes down to quarterbacks, Falcons not as much. Then I'm looking at the Ravens and the Giants. Well, if I'm looking at quarterbacks, then the Ravens look like the most attractive to me. And then the Giants after that with Dart, man, I like him a whole lot. And with Scatterboo, Dart, Scatterboo, a couple other guys they got there, young talent, man. So who wouldn't want to coach there? And Falcons trying to get this quarterback thing straight, man. I think Kirk Cousins, they restructured his last 2 years of the deal, balloons in the last year. I think because it balloons that last year, I think they might try to cut him by March 13th. I thought we were going to keep him because of the restructuring, but after listening to the capologists, that's going to cost us a lot in the long run, man. I think we cut him by March 13th. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think he's not going to be on the team.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, sir. So look, man. Real quick, guys, let's do some pick'ems. It's gonna be fun today. Being that we got a shorter list and it's Wildcard Weekend. So let's start with the AFC with these NFL playoff pick'ems, fellas.
Let's do it.
The Broncos have a bye. Lucky them. Who saw that coming? So we got the Steelers versus the Texans. The Steelers are number 4. Texans are number 5 seed. Who you got, Lou? Texans or the Steelers?
I'm gonna go Steelers.
Going Steelers. Who you got, Hope?
Yeah, I'm going with the Steelers.
I'm going Texans in that one. Line is Texans by 3 in that one. Next game we got Jags versus the Bills. Jags are the number 3 seed. Bills are number 6 seed. Who you got, Luke?
Tough call. I'm gonna go with the upset. Go with the Bills.
All right. Who you got, Hope?
Yeah, I'm going with the Bills.
Yeah, I'm going. Jags been hot, but I'm going Bills. The line is the Bills by 1.5, and that one I think this is gonna be a close one. Next one is the team who shall not be named, but I'll name them anyway. Pats, and that's the last time I'll say it. the Patriots versus the Chargers. The Pats are number 2, Chargers number 7 seed. Who you got, Lou?
As much as I don't want to do, I have to go with them.
Yeah. Who you got, Hover?
I think this is gonna be my upset special. I'm going with the Chargers.
That's the call.
I'm going by the team that shall not be named. They've been consistent all year. All right, let's go to NFC. We got number 1 Seahawks. They have a bye. Who saw that coming? Jeez. All right, we got the number 4 seed Panthers versus the Rams. Number 5 seed. Who you got, Luke?
This can go either way, to be honest, but I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Luke's got the Rams. Who you got, Hover?
Yeah, I gotta go with the Rams in this one.
Man, you sound so disappointed when you said that.
Yeah,
because I really wanted to go with the Panthers.
Right, of course.
Yeah, but the Panthers beat them up pretty bad in the regular season, man. They beat them up pretty bad. I'm going Rams. I think Rams win this one big, man. I think Panthers are not playing their best ball for whatever reason, and Rams want some revenge, man. So I think Rams they'll do enough to win. We got the number 3 seed Eagles versus the 49ers. It's gonna be a good one, man. Number 6 seed 49ers. Who you got, Luke?
They may be number 6 seed, but I still think that they can beat the Eagles. So I'll go with the 49ers. And it shows how, even after they slumped last year, they have really stepped up again for this season. And I like the way they've been playing. So, and I think the Eagles look a bit shaky. So I'm going with 49ers.
I feel you, Lou. All right. Who you got, Hover?
I'm going Eagles all the way in this one. That defense, man. Eagles still got defense.
Yeah. I agree. Eagles. Although I like the 49ers, I'm going Eagles because I think the 49ers just got too many injuries on defense, man. Just too many. I think if the 49ers were healthier, I would probably go 49ers because the Eagles seem a little bit out of sync to me. But they'll do enough to beat the 49ers, I think. Yeah. All right. Last game, fellas. The number 2 seed Bears. You saw that coming. Versus the number 7 seed Packers. Who you got? Luke.
The Bears.
The Bears. Who you got, Hope?
Yeah, I'm going Bears, man. The Packers, I don't know. It's just something about, I don't know, man. I can't figure it out. But I like the Bears in that
one. All right. I'm going Bears. The Bears. I think that the Packers look a little weird. And plus, if the Packers lose, if we have to, they get rid of LaFleur, then maybe we can pick them up. So we don't pick up Harbaugh. If we screw the pooch on Harbaugh, then we're gonna need some good backup plans.
Yes.
Hey guys, before we end the show, we got some guests. I don't know if the guests want to say a word or two. We got Ron, Sticking Sensation. I don't know if Ron want to say something or not. Floor is open, brother. All right. That's Ron. We got what's that? We got Diego.
Yeah, we got Diego here. Let me see if he if I can. Here we go. If he got anything to say. I can't. Let's see if you can. There you go.
Yeah, unmute yourself,
Yeah. I don't think he has anything to say either.
Okay. Well, that's fine. That's cool.
All
right. Not a problem. So, look, guys. Diego, Ron, welcome to the show. Join us next week. Happy to have you guys here. Hope you had fun listening in. We'd be glad to hear what you got to say about stuff. Send it on the chat line, all that good stuff. Luke, take us home, brother.
All right. And before I do anything to promote the show, that I'm now starting 10 years on this show. Oh boy.
Yes. Congratulations.
Yeah, this is a milestone year for me. This is a milestone year for me, guys. It's 10 years that
awesome.
To the national scene. So so this is gonna be a big year for me coming up. So anyway, as we begin our season premiere for my show on Saturday, my 9th season. Wow. We're going to talk, of course, the NFL playoffs. We're going to take care of the college football playoff. We'll review these 2 games coming up. We'll also look at Judgment Day. I mean Black Monday in the NFL. Well, it could be Judgment Day too. We're going to take a look at the U.S. and Canadian hockey roster for the Olympics. They just been announced. They were announced on New Year's Eve. So we're going to take care of that. But I can tell you right now, Canada looks a little bit strong, which scared me a bit. We'll take care of some NBA, of course. Gonna try and look at the NBA All-Star balloting, who's in the lead right now, and gonna try and look at the NFL with their Hall of Fame voting because it's down to the final 15. So I'll try to run that down as well, and of course also UFC and WWE wrestling as well. Also, your thoughts and comments. This date in sports history, sports trivia, the ridiculous sign of the week. The good news story of the week, and take anybody who has any predictions on what they are looking forward to in the coming year, sports-wise, that is. So remember, we're back, same time, same station. Number is 512-543-4662. Again, 512-543-4662. Saturday, 4 to 6 Eastern Time, 3 to 5 in the Central Time Zone, 1 to 4 in the West, and 9 o'clock in Europe.
Thanks a lot, Luke.
Thanks, Luke.
Thank you, guys. It's nice to be back.
Yes.
All right.
Back in the cell again. Great to have everybody. Yeah. Indeed. Thanks for joining the Brandon Hover Show. See you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Speak on it.
Speak on it. We're still live.
Let me. Let me end stream.